Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you've tuned in before, I think my last video I had up was Fractured, and I was playing it on Alt. Somebody started a build here next to me. This is my main character. It's a human on the planet of Terra. Let me get off my horse here. He's a melee character. I use axes, as you can see, and a shield. I wear leather armor, all crafted on my own. This is all simple, poorly rated armor, except for the boots. I made normal boots. So the items go from white, which are poor, to green, which are normal. Then there are blue, which are good. Purple is great, and orange is excellent. Currently, what I'm doing is building up my house and helping to build up the city. The silhouettes you see here in like light blue are items, crafting stations mostly, and refining stations that I haven't built yet. They require different components that I don't have yet. Let's just go inside my house here. We're in this new town, just settled yesterday, of Meridian. It's right here. If I zoom out of I guess it's called Aaron. I guess yeah, it's called Aaron. I don't know why I said Terra. I just associate Terra with humans, but this is Aaron, and there are several player-made towns already. Polyhedron is next door to us to the northeast. Bravos has been settled now for a little while. They're rank 7, a village. They're to the southwest. The Grey Shields have not been settled. There's Jaeger. Up here we have Latham. That's where I was settled. My house was in this little development here. I think it was in like the end plot, like right over here. And when my guild settled their town over here in Meridian, I had to sort of pick up and move. So a lot of my stuff disappeared. When you abandon your claim, all of your items and everything inside of the claim will just go away. Now, I thought I lost it forever, but apparently there's a little box here that says reclaim lost items. However, when I try to reclaim them, it says you must be within the boundaries of the city of Latham on Aaron to be able to recover the items. So I haven't gone up to the city yet. I tried to recover them where my plot was, but this is not considered the city. The city is going to be inside this box. It's a rank 5 village. So let me go up there, probably later on in the video, if I remember to do it. I'm going to go up there and see if I can get my items back. But right now I have more important things to do, and that is to help supply my village, because there are... Get my horse back. There's upkeep, and there are time limits on the upkeep. So if I remember Star Wars Galaxies, I remember being a nervous wreck that I was going to lose my house. In this case, it's not just your house, it's the whole town will just crumble if you don't meet its requirements. So this is the town hall of Meridian. There's a notice board. Right now the stage is a hamlet, right? We just settled. We have 18 residents and 19 citizens. You could be a resident and not be a citizen of the town. To be a citizen, you have to apply on this page. Here's the upkeep. So right now we owe... What is this? It looks like crops. I don't know if that's corn or wheat. Then we have to submit meat, cooked meats, and I don't know what this is. The green leaf. What's it tell you here? Oh yeah, vegetable sacks, protein sacks, which are meat, and cereal stacks. So we submitted 2 out of the 3. We're waiting on the vegetables because right now, this rice field is only 33% grown. And then there's irrigation percentage. We have to like water them. And I hear that the water is something you have to do pretty often. There are some fields behind my house. Let me check what those are. This field is 70% grown, and irrigation is 100%. How do I water it? I can't do that when mounted. Let's see. Alright, so watering is as simple as clicking and you don't have to like gather the water, which is something I figured you would have to do. Because in this game, it's very detailed. It comes right down to picking up an item, putting it in this spot, and not a lot of it is automated. Not a lot is something that you can do. The only thing that's like really quick is when you're in your cart, you could dump everything into a crafting station. Somebody just went around and watered this. Because it's all 100%, but I'm doing it anyway. This is my neighbor's house. I was going to build this one. This L-shaped house. A lot of room in here. But I liked the shape of this one. And I do have a lot of room for my crafting. I have this right here. I could put something there. I could put something in this corner here in the front. And then in the back, I've already made 2 large component storage. Well, I haven't completed them yet, but as you can see them against the house there. These are where I could put logs and metal and stone bricks and things like that. I've built the woodcutter, and I did put wood in here, but then I took it out to build this charcoal pile. The charcoal pile is like a temporary structure which basically just burns all the wood you stick in here to build it, and it spits out fuel for the smelter. Charcoal. What else did I build? Here I have a chest. You need a couple of these at least. Now all of my items, the little items fit in chests, right? And all of my little items, I did remember I was aware enough to take them out of my chest before I moved into the city. And I had to put them in a bank in a public town, which is all the way up here. This is still considered Latham, where I settled. So I used to go down this road and then into this little village, and this is like a starting little NPC town. And there's a bank here. There's also a market. So I have most of my stuff is in that bank, but in order to recover it, I have to get on my horse, come down this road, travel all the way down this road through Polyhedron and its settlements, then over this bridge, and then through our little, this is a Meridian settlement here, and then up into the city to my land claim. And it takes a few minutes. The map is pretty big, but as you can see, to get from here to here, it takes a few minutes on a fast horse. I've been gathering stone from just around the city. Usually you find stone more along where these mountain ridges are, and they are also abundant by iron mines. You could actually find stone mines, but that's kind of far for me to go. There used to be a lot where I used to live up here. And the stone and the lumber, obviously the trees, are what is predominantly what you need to build your crafting stations, but there are some, for instance, these 2 items, which are the distillery and aspects extractor. I don't know too much about these, but the aspects extractor supposedly is what I need to use in order to get my items upgraded in the imbuing station. So the station's used to extract and purify power aspects from raw reagents. And then this is the distillery. It's a large vat used to produce basic alchemical distillates from crystals. Alright, so these 2 things I'm learning about, not too sure how they work. Alright, so one thing I need to do, as you can see here, the charcoal pile takes a long time. There's just under 6 hours left. I think it might be 8 hours total for all this to burn off. But once it burns, it gives you a good amount of charcoal. But without the charcoal, I cannot fire up my smelter. That's Ragnar. He's a good player and a good person. I helped him build his house. He helped me build... Ooh, that's a nice axe. He crafts two-handed axes. I craft single-handed axes. So we're kind of like twins. And he also found a wolf mount, which I hear are really good to haul your carts. That's what she said. Alright, so what was my plan of attack here? I think... You know, I think it might be a good idea to get on my horse and to bring my do I need my wagon? Let's go without the wagon. I'm gonna take a stroll all the way up to Latum. I said I was gonna do it at the end of the video, but let's do it now because if it works out, I will get to recover my charcoal. In which case, I'll be able to fire up my smelter in this session instead of waiting 5 real hours or 6 real hours for it to burn in my charcoal pit. I wish I could zoom out a little bit more because my horse is pretty fast and I'm kind of zoomed in, so it makes my eyes bug out on my big screen. When I play on my laptop, it's not as bad. I've done a lot of gathering, I've done crafting, I've done a decent amount of exploration in the center of this planet. So I started here, I've been up here, and down on here, I've been over here. I have not been in the circles, which I hear are good places to go. These are the trials, the divine trials. They say stick to the green ones first, as they are the easier. As you can see here, they have a challenge rating. This is a 3 or 4. This is a Tyros Divine Trial. Defeat exalted creatures and collect gold and favor. All creatures within the border of this trial have a chance to spawn as exalted. Exalted creatures are stronger than their standard counterpart, and by defeating them, players are rewarded with extra gold and Tyros Divine Favor. So I haven't done that yet, and I'm eager to get into the more combat side of the game, like the adventuring, killing monsters stuff. It's like not like I do that, but I don't do it in these areas. I just do it out in the open world. I kill mobs and let's see, are there any chests around near me? Yeah, see all these chests on my mini map? I go there and I kill the mobs around those chests, and then I pick. You have to have lock picks to pick the locks on the chests, and then inside the chest they may have good rewards. So far I've only gotten one really good reward. Out of all the chests I've picked, I got a it's a staff upgrade for crafting. So when you craft and you have these like scrolls, it could boost your crafting of that item. I don't create staves, so I'll wind up giving that to somebody in my guild who does decide to create staves. Staffs? Staves? Staves, I think. On the top left, I am tired. So my character has been in action without rest for quite a while. He's got a debuff currently because he hasn't rested. So he's in the orange here. So I no longer have the rested buff. It's not a debuff, it's just that I don't have the rested buff. If the bar gets below 20%, I get tired. And that is a debuff. What I really should be doing is stopping and killing every one of these animals I see, because I submitted all of my meats, my cooked meats, to the town for upkeep. And eventually we're going to need the meat again. And it actually took me hours to accumulate nearly 200 meat. I think it was wolf meat that I submitted. If it was something that you had to do, you know, like, holy crap, the town has got its upkeep due in like less than a day and we have no meat, it would take a bunch of us to go out and just start slaughtering animals to gain the, what would it be? I forget how many meat package into one. You have to package it up, which is something I could show you when I get back to the city, but I had, let's see, I had 180 meat. It packaged into 9 packs. And that's how you have to submit it to your town. This is another town that I'm in right now. I think this is Polyhedron. Yeah, it is. They are a rank 4 hamlet. Let's check out their town hall. The holy seat of the Church of RNG. Oh, I've heard these guys in chat. They're funny. All are welcome in the city of Entropy, Polyhedron. The church offers blessings of RNG to travelers in exchange for donations to the church's crusade. Make your pilgrimage to Polyhedron today. They have a Discord. We don't have a Discord yet. They have a lot of residents. 62, 30 citizens. You need at least 20 citizens. If you don't have 20 citizens by upkeep time, your city crumbles. And if that happens, I lose all my stuff, I think. Because it happened the other day to a city. They just went poof. And I think it was because they didn't have the 20 citizens. They may have been shy of the citizens because they said they did have the upkeep. Yeah, this game needs just a bit more of a zoom out. I appreciate the graphics and the fine detail, but like, who plays like this? This is way too close. Sometimes I'll zoom in like when I'm gathering, but I think it just needs a little bit more isometric view, a little bit zoomed out. I'm getting there. What's in my backpack? Maybe you know what I should do? I should go to that bank and store these items in the bank so that I have room in my inventory to claim. Now, see, I don't understand how it's going to work because I've already taken all the little items out. What's it going to give me back? What's it going to give me back when I reclaim lost items? Maybe it'll give me back the maybe it'll give me the resources that I spent in order to build my stations. If that's the case, the resources are big. I would need my cart for that. I could build a hand cart, but it doesn't fit nearly as many items as the horse-drawn cart. And I'm not sure how many carts you're allowed to have at once. I think maybe 1, I'm thinking. Like if I create another cart right now, the one that's back at my house will probably disappear. But I haven't tried that yet, so. This is the starter town. This is the first town I came into when I started, when I came off Tutorial Island and I came on to Aaron. I came out of the portal here. There's a portal someplace. Now these towns do have stations, but they don't always let you use them. Because supposedly you have to be a citizen of the town. So here's all my stuff that I picked up before I moved. Alright, that's good enough. I guess I can go out this way and then just go north. I'll just stick to the cobblestone path because I get a movement buff here. 20% move buff on the cobblestone path. If you go on a dirt path, I don't think it's as much. It's only 10% on a dirt path. Each horse does have different stats, which I didn't realize until recently, so that's why I always carry around my animal net. If I see horses around, I'll catch a horse and I'll compare it to the one I have. And I'm always looking for a better horse, so this horse is a lot better than the one I had previously. He's a little bit faster. He's an average speed. I think he's got 3 pips out of 5. The first horse I captured only had 1 pip out of 5. The distance is noticeable. I just watered the fields behind my house. They're talking about the fields and they're wondering if the rain waters the fields. Yeah, I don't... They're saying that the rain doesn't water the fields. Not sure. Undecided on whether the rain works. Should have a left here. Yeah, here we go. Those big bears, those like grizzlies are really aggro. But they're slow. You can just run right past them. Alright, I'm in the city. Let's see what happens. Claim items to recover. Nothing. Yeah, because I picked everything up. I picked all the items up that were in containers. But apparently, you don't gain anything back for your crafting stations and things like that. So, let's see if I dismount what happens. Nope. Well, why is it still there? You know, possibly I do need my cart, and then maybe I'll see something. What happens if I come over here and pick their crops? What do you think will happen? I'm going to try it just to see. Yeah, you have to be a trusted citizen, so I can't be a thief. Alright, well that was a wasted trip. I'm all the way up here at Latham. Fishbowl. They are a big town. Rank 12. Then there's a fish tank. Somewhere there's Taco Bell. Chaos Gate. Bravos. Asentamento is pretty new. I think they just came online yesterday. I don't know. They talk about Taco Bell and sometimes I hear talk of Pizza Hut, but those might just be guilds. They're probably not settlements. I wonder what would happen if I come down through here and go through this area in the middle and then try to come out here. That would be a major shortcut if I go through here. I think I'm going to try it. It looks like this settlement is all agriculture. They have fields everywhere. What they're doing is they're likely selling it. Let's kill these zombies. Oh, I got a Valiant Divine Reward. Those are good. Alright, they got me to half health. I forgot to turn on my Bloodlust until, I don't know, halfway through the fight. And this heals me. When the ability is active, you thirst for blood of your enemies. Any hit against bleeding opponents deals extra damage and makes you recover some health. Well, zombies don't bleed, but the effect still happens, so I still get healed. So there's no auto loot in this game. People always ask, how do I pick up everything at once? Well, that's not in the game yet. I'm not sure if it's going to be. But at least when you click on a group of dead bodies, a bunch of windows come up. So these zombies drop gold. They drop primal energy residue, which is something I haven't used yet, but apparently it's important. And animal flesh. And also zombie brains. There was one more, yeah, it was 5 of them. I should have sat down to heal to full, but that's alright, I'll heal eventually. There's a passive heal that goes really slow, and then if you sit down, you heal really fast. Alright, where am I? I'm gonna come to the southern... Let's see if I can come to the southern part of that and get onto that little island. Oh good, more zombies. Let's get them. Q is like a buff. It like increases my stats. W is an axe ability that makes them bleed. Same with my E. R is a big damage, but I think it's only to one enemy. T is a warfare ability, I believe, that is like a stun, and it does damage. I used to have a nice jump, but I took it out of my rotation in favor of the bow, which I haven't really been using. I really should use the bow. I should start off with the bow. Oh wow, I'm almost dead. Look how fast here I'll heal up. Like, almost immediate. A couple seconds and I'll be good to go. So if you wanted to grind mobs for money, the humanoids would be the targets. You would want zombies, goblins, bandits. But the better thing to do would be to go down to where these chests are, like I mentioned, and because then after you kill the mobs there, you can pick the lock on the chest and get an extra reward from inside. Oh, that's one thing I didn't do. I didn't check my divine reward. There's a Valiant Divine Reward. When claimed, a divine reward will turn into gold, enchanting dusts, an orb of proficiency, or a crafting recipe. I got a crafting recipe one time. That was the staff crafting recipe. What I really want is an orb of proficiency, because that will help me big time. So here are the proficiencies. I have proficiency in axe fighting, since I fight with axes. I use leadership, and I use warfare. There's warfare here. So any one of those three, I'd be happy to find. If I found an archery one, I'd keep it because I also use the bow. Any of the others, I would either change to that style so that I could take advantage of the orb, or I would sell it for big gold on the market. People buy them for a lot of money. Just because they're rare. What is that? I don't think I've killed this before. Anytime in this game you see something you haven't killed before, you have to definitely kill it. Oh, I got stunned big time. I'm really tired and I'm really hungry, which is going to affect how I fight. And you can see that I'm healing on most of my hits because of that bloodlust effect I have. He stuns and he takes away, like, he paralyzes me for like a second, 2 seconds. Sometimes it's hard to see how much health they have. You have to like move away from them. Okay, it was a dread wolf. Here it is, a dread wolf. So if I kill more of them, I get bleeding strike, bloodlust. These I have already. Illusionism spell at Atrophy Wave. And coup de grace. That's another knife fighting. So, you know, I could kill this because I want to be complete. I want to get the knowledge points because that's another thing. You're going to get knowledge points anyway. I think until they get to 100%, you should get knowledge points. I'm not sure if you get any afterwards. I kind of tested that out, but I tested it on Tutorial Island. And I didn't get knowledge points after I'd reached 100% on Tutorial Island. But out here in the world, it might be different. I should eat something. I have roasted bear meat, and I have one piece left. That could be a problem on a long journey. Unless you hunt, get some meat, and then build a campfire and cook. Alright. Zoom in a little bit here. Is that the right way? Nope. It looks like I have to go on the other side of this. I have to go up here and around. Yeah. Whoa, what is that? Should I try it? You could always run away. Usually you could run away from things. Let's try it. Whoa, they hit hard. Nope, I'm running. That got me down to 3/4 health in like 2 or 3 hits. They have like magic attacks. The only problem is I have to go that way. That bar is my horse's health bar. Let's see if my horse can make it through without getting killed. Oh yeah. Oh shoot, there's more of them. This may be a bad idea, coming this way. Oh, wow, they're everywhere. Alright, I'm committed. I'm going through. What the hell? Something new there. Can't touch this. I'm too fast. Should I... What are these? I'm sure that's a gatherable thing. If I wasn't on my horse? No, because that's just art in the world, right? Because let me get off my horse and see. Yeah, I can't gather this. Alright, which way? Could I go? I can't go this way. Alright, I'm just going to stick to my strategy of speeding down the road as fast as I can. What are these crystals? And people talk about gaining crystals, but I think maybe they're getting them from drops when they kill the mobs here, because it doesn't look like you could mine these crystals unless you need something. I'm going the wrong way. I don't like how my character stands right on top of the mob. Like, I should be standing in front of it like that. Well, that was a new monster, at least. An Arctic wolf, or it was an Arctic... Yeah, an Arctic wolf. Alright, gonna make a left up here. Not these guys. Cool. Where am I here? Cool part of the map. Did I just get stuck? I hope I didn't run myself into a dead end here. Alright, good. The horse took some damage there. Got another divine. Oh, that's a heroic divine reward. That one's different. Let's see. Let's open the valiant divine reward first. I claim. What did it give me? It gave me primal energy. But this one is better. A heroic divine reward. When claimed, the divine reward will turn into gold, enchanting dust. Alright, well, it's got a better name. Let's see if it's better. Nah, I just got primal energy residue. Not better. My guy's so tired. But I'm almost through. Actually, I'm too far to the east. I gotta get over here. Right? No, I'm going the right way. Here's my town. Here's my town is right here. I'm going the right way. But I missed this passage somehow. I gotta go. I gotta cut over. Ooh. Oh no, no, no. No roots. I'm not even gonna try. I was gonna try to fight those spiders, but not with that root. Ah, I could take this guy. What's he doing to me? The effects are up here. I'm chilled. I suffer from extreme cold. There is weather in the game. The weather system I don't think is incorporated yet. It does rain, but I don't think it has any effect. But there's a temperature gauge up in the top right. You can see that it's 18 degrees Celsius, and I'm in the green. But I think if it gets into the red or the blue, I may suffer some debuffs if I get too hot or cold. You can counter it by wearing the proper clothing, which obviously you can craft. Everything is crafted. It's a truly player-made or player-crafted economy. Everything is crafted by players. My poor horse. I'm gonna make it. Is that the last bridge? I'm on the mainland. I made it. My rested state has never gone into the red. I'm curious to see what it says now. Once I get clear of these enemies, I'm gonna stop and check it. So I must be below 20%, so I have tired debuffed. It's a special effect that can be removed by resting. Your rest bar has fallen below 20%. You feel tired and receive a 2% malus to your movement speed. So I'm moving slower. My horse is not moving slower, but I'm probably going to when I get off the horse. You know, one thing that I learned is antlers sell pretty well. So let me see if I can kill this deer. Come on, get him with the net. Get him with the net. Oh, that's why, because I took... That ability should be there. there are goblins here. Deal with the goblin after I kill this buck. Hit him with the net. There we go. Now he's dead. Need an antler. Come on, give me an antler. Nice. So I'll hit him with my abilities. Wow, that did a lot of damage. I didn't have to switch over to my axe, but what I was about to say is I'll hit him with an ability or two with my bow and then switch to my axe, but that time I just demolished him. So this is a goblin chest. Let's see what it says. I gotta get out of the way. Goblin chest. Advanced lock. The success rates are as follows. If you have a wooden lock pick, which are easy to make, you just need some twigs, 20%. A rusty lock pick, 70%, and a professional lock pick, 80%. I'm guessing this is the wooden one. Let me try the wooden one first. I failed. Alright, I think I only had one wooden one left. 68 gold in the chest. Alright, that was a good shortcut. It was a wasted trip, but at least it was a good shortcut back home. So everything you see here, most of it what you see can be picked up. Not everything. Some of these vegetation pieces of art are just to fill the world, but like that raspberry bush, every single tree can be chopped down. Almost every rock and small stone can be picked up or you know, hammered down. These are stone deposits, iron deposits. There are different deposits. There's copper and there's other... Oh, yeah, I want him. Come here. Ah, he got too far away for the net. Oh, yeah, the net has a short... It has a short range. It's a problem. Now I got you. My D ability also puts them in a stun or a snare. Power shot. You shoot an empowered projectile that pierces through multiple enemies. The projectile deals more damage than a regular attack and cripples anyone it hits. So that's the... It cripples. So I guess that means it... Hold Alt for more details. Yeah, cripple 2. Crippled debuff. You got crippled by a well-aimed physical attack which prevents you from running and dodging attacks. Nice. And another antler. Beautiful. There was a buy order for antlers. That's why I'm after them. And whoever put in the order was paying a decent amount of gold for them. So now I collect everything. I really don't... I keep everything. I literally keep everything. So I don't know. It's early in the game for me to know what's valuable and what's not. But as I learn, I just go to the bank and I get it and sell it, because I'm not really running out of space yet, but I'm getting close. All right, let's kill some goblins. He's going to be dead by the time he gets to me. Almost. He has a lockpick on him. He's got a rusty lockpick. I should kill the magic user first, but you know what? Let's switch to the axe. I hate it when they bounce me away from them. I have over 100 of these goblin tongues. And the humanoids will drop, you know, besides the gold, lockpicks and stuff, they'll drop bandages sometimes too. $65 gold. A sneezeweed poison paste. This is for poisoning weapons. And a chipped ruby. Gems are a key crafting component in many recipes and can also be used as a receptacle for imbued magical properties. Watched a YouTube on that yesterday. It was very confusing. So I'm not going to begin to try to explain it. Not until I understand it better. But for now, I just collect them. I stockpile them. There's another buck. I'm just going to get back because I'm really low on rest. I'm afraid now. What is the exhausted buff? Let's see. It doesn't tell me yet what the exhausted buff is, and I really don't want to find out. It's probably going to have me like moving at a super slow pace, which I don't want. I'm close to home now. Alright, here is my city, or my settlement. You see in my mini-map, at the top right, there's our horseshoe. That means there are horses there. Let's check it out. Actually, you know what? Let me rest first. I don't think the wall's built here yet. It's not. It's Ragnar's house. Wow, he's got a lot of these things going. This is a good idea. I really should do that because it takes so long. 75% grown on these fields. Bean field is 50% grown. Rice field 75% grown. Not bad. I do have room for more of these. I should get them going. I should put one right here, and I could put them up in front too. Although that's an eyesore. I kind of want to make my place look good, so I could move this. Moving things is easy. You just whoops. When you go to hit something, it puts you in combat. Then you have to wait. You left click it and you hit this symbol here with the arrows, and then all you have to do is move around. You have to stay inside your property, which is an issue for me because watch, I'm going to go outside my property in order to get to the front, which is kind of where I wanted to put it. Let's see, where else would it fit? Nowhere really. So I could just rebuild. I would have to rebuild it. I don't want to do that, so let me put it back, or just press escape. I can move my cart out of the way and put another charcoal pit here. But the charcoal pit, it requires a bit of work. Hey, how you doing? I'm kind of new to Fractured. I did get the game early when it was in its earlier stages of development, and I backed it. I guess you'd call it I backed it. It was like a pre-order, right? So I played it back then, but it really wasn't in great shape. So I kind of laid off it until recently. I came back, and now I love it. But yeah, I'm a noob. I'm still learning the game. So now I rested. I avoided that exhausted buff, and now I'm fully rested. Now I do have a rested buff. What does the rested buff do? I have to eat. I'm out of food, but I have some raw venison on me. So instead of resting at this fireplace, I can cook at it. And I'll craft the venison. To begin the game, I had access to all of these recipes. I don't know if there are more that you can find when you play, but it's the type of game where you know everything. You know how to make everything. Like, I already knew all of these blueprints on how to build all these pieces. And crafting, I could build the containers. I could build like all of the crafting weapons. Like, I know how to build all these things. But I'm sure out in the world there are upgrades to the crafting, like such as the one that I found, the staff crafting upgrade. All right, fully rested, and I am no longer hungry. was I gonna do? Played back in beta or alpha or whatever it was. Not like a vet or anything, but I have a pretty good idea of what's going on. So if you have questions, I can probably help. Oh, I have questions. I appreciate that. So I'm not gonna build this right here. These two stations that I can't build yet because I don't have the metal sheets or metal components yet. I used to, but I moved. So I lived in a little settlement with my guildmates up here, up in this area outside of Latham. And then we just settled in Meridian. This is our little hamlet. So when I picked up and moved, I lost everything that I had inside of these crafting stations. And I guess I forgot to take... I thought I had the metal. I thought I made metal bars, like the iron ingots, but which is what I need to make metal sheets and metal components. So I'm out of those. So I have to wait like 5 hours now to get the charcoal, put the charcoal in the smelter, and then I have to go mining because I don't even have... Do I have iron? I have a little bit of iron, not a lot. I think it could smelt 50 at a time, so I need to go mining again. And on top of that, I have to help my guild by building. So right now, these might be more... Doesn't tell you what these blueprints are for. I could ask them. But like as you can see, the walls are not built yet, and we're still building up our hamlet. Crafting system's fairly simple at the base level, but the T3 materials get complex. Well, that's where my question comes in. Okay, so what do I have in my inventory to show you? So okay, let's take some of these items. For example, the poinsettia. It has power aspects, right? Transform, water, and chaos, and each one could be like ×1, ×2, ×3. Let's see if I could find an imbuing station around here. My guild leader Mingo has set his house, I believe, to be public. Let's see. That's a wizard bench. It's not what I want. What is this? Don't know what that is either. It's the bank. We have a bank. So this bank is its own bank. Obviously it has nothing in it because I haven't put anything in it. But all of my stuff is in a bank just like this. But it's all the way in a little starter NPC town up here. I have to transport it down here. Here's Mingo. Is there an imbuing station I can use for a sec? One thing I don't like about the game is, I mentioned it in a prior video, I don't like how my character is always like, he looks like he's gonna spring into combat all the time. Now I'm not gonna be role-playing in this game, but I prefer if like you can go into a rested state, like maybe not even put your weapons away, but you know, stand up at ease and not look like you're gonna smash somebody constantly. The only time oh, here we go, thank you. The only time characters look like they're kind of relaxed is if they're carrying a staff. Alright, here's the imbuing station. Not that, this. So here's where I get super confused, right? So, what do I have here? My character. Alright. What do I have on me? My bow doesn't have anything on it. My shield doesn't. My shield is poor. My bow is excellent. Is great, but it's still a primitive weapon. But let's say I wanted to imbue my bow. I put that in the middle, right? Now, once you put the item in the middle, you get all these properties on the right. Now, according to the video I saw yesterday, in order to successfully enchant at an imbuing table, you have to add these items that have these power aspects and have at least level 2 on all of the properties. I'm just going to randomly put some stuff in there and see what happens. Now, obviously, this is probably not going to work because I think this is going to take a lot of theory crafting, and you're going to have to know like all of these components and everything. And there are a ton of them. The antlers too. All right, so critical chance has soul, air, order. These are all tier 2 at least. Some of them are tier 3. Tier 3s here are really hard to make. But tier 2, if I had destroy up to 2, let's see if I have any items that have destroy. I may not have them. Oh wait, here's one. Oh, that took one away from air. Let's see. What did I replace? Okay, there we go. So now I could do it. Yeah, no, I know. I'm talking about imbuing, not crafting. My bad. But the crafting is not as confusing as this. This confuses the crap out of me. I could technically enchant this right now because I have 2 green bars in each of these. And it will be a T2 crafted. It would be a T2 imbue. Now, if the blue ones were all lit up, it would be a tier 3. But I think that's going to be difficult. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that without really looking at it and like figuring it out. But now, how do I know what property is going to be put onto this? I guess critical chance and shock damage conversion. So, yeah, I would rather have the critical chance, right? You know, according to the video, they said that whichever had the highest number of slots would be the priority one. I'm going to do it just to see what happens. See what I get. You enchanted a primitive bow with shock damage. Okay, well, there goes that theory. And obviously, it uses up your components here. So I still have an antler left and so on. But that's the idea behind that. The only thing I didn't understand is, like when there's 2 of them, which one gets preference. And I also don't understand when you imbue, you can imbue ruby, you can imbue these things, and now you could put the properties inside of the actual stone, and then these can be like traded to people and stuff so that they can have them and use them in their gear. I don't know, it seems really convoluted, but it's kind of cool. I like it. All right, let me go back to my house, and then I do have a forge, so I can get on the forge quick, but I don't have any resources to craft anything. Let me look at my bow, which is not even equipped yet. So yeah, it has shock damage conversion plus 20%. And it has another slot for another imbuement, so I could actually do it again. And one of my guildmates told us earlier, in this game, it does not matter so much your rank. So your rank is here, right? And rank, I'm rank 16. It matters the grade of weapon you have, and even sometimes the imbuments. But he said what really matters is where is it? This your talents, not your talents, and how you pick your talent tree, and how you build your character with abilities. You know, he was saying that, you know, if you go up against a much higher level character and they've got this talent tree configured correctly to their build, and you're a higher level than them, but you have like it's configured like I have now to carry weight. Like this character is not set up for fighting. He said that you can get owned. Yeah, the distiller and the aspect extractor is not built yet. You see it back there? I'm waiting for my charcoal pit to spit out the charcoal so that I could smelt my iron, my ore, turn it into iron. But yeah, so here's what I've been doing. I've been crafting battle axes, right? The only roadblock I'm running into is gold. It costs me 400 gold in my own house to craft one battle axe. I could spend hours farming materials, but farming gold is just killing humanoids over and over and over. I haven't figured out a better way to do it. But then again, I haven't been in these areas like I was mentioning before. I think I just came through one over here. But this one seems like it's a little more difficult. If I do one, which I might do one later, I would do this one here. And these might drop better rewards and more gold. I've been pretty successful selling on the market. I've got nothing sold here, but I've actually created axes and sold them for, if it cost me 400 to make them, I sell them for 550, 600. So I'm making 150, 200 gold profit. Because all the rest of the stuff is just farmed and gathered. I'm not paying for the rest of these things. Now, I know what you mean by tier 3, because if you look in your book of knowledge and you look in weapons, here I've been wasting my time in primitive weapons. I got to expert crafter. Like, some people bought my expert axes. Some people, but not a lot. Because they prefer the metal axes and they're better. Even I use the metal axe and it's like poor. Like my metal axe, it's not poor, it's normal. I just upgraded to a normal one. But it's still got better stats than the primitive. So my question is, why did I even have tier 3 and tier 4 crafting on these primitive weapons when no one's going to want it? I think the only thing you have to get to here is tier 2, which allows you to make these weapons up top here, the outer level weapons. If you played Albion Online, this probably looks a little bit familiar. It's sort of like that. It's like I've built up my shields. I've got to tier 3 shields. Like that was a waste, right? I should have really only gotten to tier 2, and then I could make the tower shield. Yeah, farming a lot. Wow, you have 35k gold. How'd you get the 35k? Just farming? Yeah, crystals and extracts. That's another thing I'm not familiar with, but that's mostly because I haven't built these things yet. I have to get them built and figure it out. I'll tell you what bothers me. I've got grass growing through the floor of my house. That bothers me. Alright. The things that look like crystals. I just went through this middle area and there were like purple crystals, but they're not on the map. I think those things were just like scenery. Here are crystals. They are floglerite formations. Resource nodes. Where are some others? That's a copper mine. Here's a shadium. I've heard guys talk about getting shadium. This is a challenge rating 3 to 6. Mineable, yeah. So what does the shadium do? Are these the crystals you need? These are the crystals that you can use inside of the extractor. And I'm guessing that you extract those crystals down into the components you need to make your tier 3 stuff. Like here. Here's the battle axe, right? So I've only been collecting iron. I've got to start getting copper, but the iron doesn't require any of that. The iron's kind of a basic, right? But if I wanted to, let's say, craft a copper. Oh, copper doesn't need it either. Let's see what else. Are these different than... Huh. I guess... Why don't these need the crystals? Like the... What did I have? What was I making that needed the crystals? It might have been the primitive stuff, actually. No. Oh, it was armor. But it was armor from the forge. So, here they are. So to make battle mage armor, you need to extract this stuff. Mind extract, energy extract. So specialized materials need crystals. Tier 3 gear need crystals, and you will need to break crystals down in the distillery into oils. So these are the oils. Aspect extracts are essential in concocting alchemical potions, but are also commonly used as reagents. Yeah, so this is what I was a little confused about, and I was asking some of my guildmates, and they were saying the same thing you are, that you have to get those crystals and break them down. So like the plate is basic. You just use your copper or iron, whatever material you find. But then once you get into the knight armor, you have to get the extracts. You take the oils into the extractor, and similar to imbuing process, you have to add reagents to get to 10 points in a school to form the extracts. Okay. All right, well that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, I think I love the crafting in this game. I'm still trying to understand it, but it's something I really want to do. And we're already between us in the guild trying to figure out who's going to craft what to be a little more efficient. But yeah, this has been a really nice experience so far in Fractured, and it's one of those games that didn't impress me at first. You know, the graphics and the animations and stuff, I liked it all, but the gameplay just wasn't grabbing me until the 1.0 release when I got back into it, and now it really is. Wood treating oil, I got to get that. That's going to come out of here too, and then I could start making boards, although I do have a lot of softwood boards stored in my bank. So yeah, I'm kind of stumped here until I can get my iron. Once I get the iron out, once I get the charcoal out, I could smelt the iron, and then I could build these things and start working on getting those extracts. I think I need to build more charcoal pits and more smelters. Process is lengthy, but if you have a bunch of people doing it, it goes faster. Yeah, we have a bunch. We have about 20 active people in the guild. They've been on a lot, and they're nice, friendly people, and we work together, and it's been fun. It's been a while since I played an MMO like this, where it's that type of game where it's really a social game. I keep wanting to say Anarchy Online, but it's Albion Online is the last one I played where it was like that when I was in a guild. It was a small guild, but you know, we all had roles and kind of worked together. It's my woodworking table. Yeah, so I don't understand the gold cost in the crafting. Like, why? What is that? What's that for? Is it to incentivize people to get out and grind? I'm going to switch back to this one. Yeah, we need more charcoal piles, they say, in the guild. Yeah, gold sink. I figured. Can't make it too easy for us crafters, can you? Otherwise, I'd never leave the house. I don't want to put a charcoal pit in front of my house. I'm going to put one of these things in front. But I could build a charcoal pit here. And then, I've got to get a whole bunch of wood to build it. I'm not going to do that right now. But I'll put it there. Now it just takes a crap ton of wood logs. Which I'll do next time. I'm going to log off now because I got to go. MalefikGamer, thank you very much for your helpfulness. Appreciate it. This is Meridian, in case you ever want to come visit. Where are we? We're kind of in the center here. That's Meridian. We're on the Elysium server, And what is the human planet called? Is it called Erin or is it called Terra? It's called Erin, I guess, right? Is this the name of the planet or the continent? Well, whatever. This is the this is Erin, and that's Meridian, brand new. Well, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Have a great day, everybody. See you next time.